Hello, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Neverwinter Nights, Hordes of the Underdark. So, as I mentioned on the Something Awful forums, this is my second time recording this episode, because basically I had a recording error that I made, and the previous video is kind of worthless. So we're gonna go through this again, or rather, I'll go through this again, and you'll see it for the first time. I'll try to cover the stuff that I wanted to cover at the beginning of the last episode first. So the first thing I talked about was the inventory stuff I did. Basically, I got rid of this breastplate and swapped in a padded armor +3. Because that allows Deacon to max out his dexterity bonus, and then sorry, I need to equip the... oh no. No. What's going on? Oh yeah, right. Okay, I remember now. It's the padded armor plus these braces of dexterity gave him an AC of 21. Whereas if I had just used the bracers of armor +2, he would have had an AC of 18. Because as you mentioned on the Something Awful forums, the bracers of armor bonus and the AC value of armor are it just takes the highest of the two, right? They don't stack at all. So it doesn't make sense to have bracers of armor and padded armor as well, or any kind of armor for that matter. So basically, this is Deacon's new setup. And one thing I should do, check here. No, that should be still in my leader's inventory. But we'll go ahead and take a look at Sharwin's stuff. She's got Stadler armor +3, and that's just, yeah, again, it's just maxing out her AC given her dexterity bonus, and she's got bracers dexterity +3 as well. Right. So, taking a look now at, not that, no. Nope. Of course, the radial menus don't operate the same way for your player character and the NPCs. That would be far too simple. So, one thing is that Deacon, as I learned, is really kind of focused on an arcane sort of build, whereas Sharwin she has more, of your typical roguish skills, in addition to being a fighter. So, we're going to give her the Thieves' Tools because she can make much better use of them than Deacon can. Alright, so let's head back down into Undermountain. So the first thing we come across here is this puzzle. And if we inspect the floor levers...
Awful lots of pillars, Deacon thinking. Maybe it'd be puzzle of some kind. Something to prevent you from going to next level, maybe?
Maybe so. So yeah, it just says it seems to be missing a control rod of some kind. So we need to get the control rods, then we can solve the puzzle, then we can move on down to level 2.
Boss?
Alright. So, I don't know, we don't have any kind of town portal option, is more or less the gist of that. So then, now we are ready to engage in our first battle of the day, I would say. We'll just go ahead and move on down here, and it should proc the enemies. It is the one the Valsharis seeks. Exterminate him. Well, we'll see about that. Okay. And we are gonna go for a little bit of divine power. Okay, so we are buffed. What do we got going on here? We got some drow. Got some dweger. Dweger, is that how you say it? Dwerger? You know, that's one of those words that I always like read in D&D source books or in you know, like the R.A. Salvatore Drizzt books. But never really bothered to figure out how to pronounce. I just kind of looked at it and I was like, oh, yeah, it's those, like, dwarf things. Okay, cool. So if we take a look at what we're up against here, we got a battle cleric. We have a spellbinder, marksman, skirmisher, and so on and so on. So I think we're going to go after this marksman first. Because I think we can make it to him before we get closed with and people start getting attacks of opportunity on us if we try to move. Okay, you're done. Kind of wondering what my pals are up to here. They seem to be lagging behind a little bit, but it's not a huge concern at the moment. Okay. Cleric's so strong. That guy should get unsummoned? No. Somebody's still around here, perhaps? Alright. So that was that. No big deal at all. Oh. Somebody... Ah, there we go. There's that battle cleric. Thought you could get away. So no big deal at all. We hardly took any damage and we didn't even have to cast that many spells. Just one casting of haste and one casting of divine power. So yeah, one extra hit point per caster level. Strength is raised to 18. And base attack bonus improves to that of a fighter of the same level. We also have divine favor. And that could be good as well. But I think divine power is better at the moment. Anyhow, here we be with these chests. And Deacon, no. I need to talk to you, Deacon. Deacon, I need to talk to you. Deacon? Deacon, you can stop hitting... You can stop hitting the chest, Deacon. Deacon? Deacon, I don't care if you got a critical hit. Oh no. Deacon. Stop. Okay, there we go. Let's have a little talk here.
Deacon?
Okay, reprimand Deacon. No, I mean I would like to, but we're supposed to be a nice character. So what? I want you to change your tactics. Don't help me if I fail to open a locked door or chest. And that should keep Deacon from shooting bolts at chests, which is really not very productive. Whereas you, Sharwin, can actually open these. That is far more productive. Okay. So I want to take a brief look here at our potions. Right, we do need to identify this stuff, so we can get Sharwin to do that. Leather armor +3 and a drow dagger. So neither of that is really all that useful to us. But the potions I did want to take a look at. So actually, let's take a look at Sharwin's inventory here. She's got some potions of cure critical wounds. Is there any other potions she really ought to have? Give her the potion of bull strength. She might use it, she might not. But if she was going to do some melee combat, which she will occasionally do with this two-bladed sword, it would be nice if she would use this. Up her damage, perhaps. Unless this is like a finesse weapon. Is that a thing in Dungeons and Dragons 3rd edition? Doesn't look like this is one anyway. Does anyone know if this is like an actual kind of sword? I've never seen a sword like this actually used. You know, I think I've seen two-bladed swords of some kind, but not just like two broadswords stuck hilt to hilt together. That looks pretty weird. Alright, yeah, I think we're okay then. Just make sure there's nothing we can loot off those corpses. Does appear to be something. Ah, yes. This was quite useful. So let's take a... We need to talk. No, we need to talk to Sharwin.
Is there some...
Identify my equipment. So we got the goggles of minute seeing. And what these do is give you a lore and search bonus, and those are two things that we want Sharwin to do for us, is identification and searching. So you get the goggles of minute seeing, and we'll go ahead and do a little bit of this, overwrite the save. Okay. Deacon, yes, I told Deacon to hold his ground, so of course that's what he's doing. He's being obedient, that's good, but I need you to follow me. Come, Deacon. Adventure awaits, my friend. This portal led to an ambush, but I think... Well, let's just explore around and see if we can do this without getting in an ambush. Oh, right, this leads down to the south side. Yes, the south side of Undermountain. Okay, so we get into this fight here. And I do believe there was a wizard or something we had to fight here. If I'm not mistaken. The evil nymph, there she is. Wrecked. Get wrecked. So evil nymph is no longer a concern. Or, excuse me. Have a bit of a scratchy throat today. So Dex +4 and freedom. Who did I give this to last time? Let's take a look here. Where's my belt? Oh right, I haven't even picked that stuff up yet. Oh dear. Let's pick all of this up. Close. Then open our inventory. So let's see what happens. Up to 24. And if we open Sharwin's inventory... I should say, if we open Deacon's inventory... and then transfer the item to my inventory, and then transfer the item to Sharwin's inventory. 25. So it's unaffected. So this is going to go to Deacon because he has lighter armor. Oh my god. Deep breaths. Okay, back to there. Now, back to here. It's not that hard. It's not that bad. What's going on? What's happening? Why? What is this? Okay, here we go. There we go, so we're... Right, up to 24. Very nice. Very good, very nice. Now then, the other things we want to be concerned about is these potions. Okay. And potion of lore. I don't think I'll just keep that for myself. Just in case Sharwin is incapacitated at some point. Alright. There we go. Do another save here. And we'll move on. Be on our way. A robe of his own.
Blood and glory!
Oof, fireball to the face. Get over here. Okay. Where's the battle cleric? So I mentioned before that I have a bit of a history with this game, and I guess I better get out of the way of this blade barrier. And actually, it's not so much me having played the game as it is my dad, really. When I was in university, I was, you know, away from home studying in Vancouver, and my dad got sick. He was on sick leave for like a year, and he started playing this game. He was on one of the multiplayer servers, and he just played it every single day. And we had these big, huge speakers that we used to have on our computer, and you know, I could always hear through the floorboards whenever I went to bed. It was just like, Obidai, Bardua, Barkat, or whatever they say. But it's just Obidai, 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 Obidai. You know, hours on end. I wake up in the morning, Obidai, Bardua, Barkat. So, and then like even just, you know, I'd like come home and open the door, and the first sound that would greet me when I come into the house would be the dun 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 dun. So I don't really know that much about this game as a player, but I felt like it was, you know, just this enormous presence in my life when I was in my 20s. Because of my dad's obsession with the game. It was like as bad as World of Warcraft for some people. It was that bad for him. Just as a way of getting through that period of illness. So I don't know if it really helped him get better, but I guess it did help him pass the time. I can't deny that. So thanks to BioWare for that, I guess. Can't rest while there's enemies nearby, so we're gonna heal ourselves. That should help, at least. Alright, so... Did that chest... Oh, we almost missed a chest there. And we'll bring up your inventory. And there's the green rod, we need that. And potion of bull strength. Oh, that's not gonna work, so put it there. Alright. So we'll head on along here. And I even knew there was that trap there from last time, but I just didn't pay attention. Okay, so what's going on here? There's a puzzle, and what we need to do...
Part of another puzzle. Let's take a closer look.
Part of another puzzle, is it? We need these statues to face towards...
Yes. Is there something? Yes.
Towards the door. So this is very annoying. Is that facing towards the door now? Okay. So we got one. Get this one in place. Then we need this one in place. Okay. Then we get this one in place. Really not a huge fan of puzzles that mix combat with them. Okay. So I guess it's like a timing thing.
Is there something you need?
Come on. Got it. And I think we did that. Got the door open. So let's take a little rest here. And we're just coming up on the half-hour mark. I think one thing I'm going to do before one thing I'm going to do to change up things a little bit is I'm going to record episodes in batches of 2. The downside to that is that it will reduce the amount of feedback I can get for each episode from you guys. But the upside is that we will have a little bit more content for those times when I'm busy doing other things, and you know, I need to take a couple days break before I can record again. So we'll just go ahead and record or save this episode 5 end. I'll see you next time.